Hey dear friends, today I want to talk about a Michael Brecker solo on Recordame. Recordame is a really cool tune. If you don't know it, check it out. It's being played on many jazz jam sessions and it has a longer stretch of an A minor chord and a C minor chord. And it's interesting for me always to see what people play there. Tune that has like a longer stretch of a modal feeling if you want so, and then it has those 2-5-1s, and I like tunes like this because they give you sort of the freedom to explore stuff, but then they also give you direction, because I find it also sometimes hard just to play over minor 7 chord for an endless amount of time, and so it's best of both worlds, I guess. So I love what Michael Brecker is playing here, and if we have a look at the first phrase, it's on the A minor chord. You can see first of all he's playing this F sharp here. That's a major 13, and we know, and it indicates a Dorian sound, right? When we'll have a minor 7 chord, sometimes we'll have to guess which kind of a minor it could possibly be. Very often, if it's more like modal, it will be the Dorian mode. And Brecker also just plays the Dorian mode if you want to, but also an A minor triad, right? Because that's just an A minor triad on the A minor 7. And he repeats this motive. That's why I love this solo so much, because it's super organic. If you ever wondered what a motive is, this is a little bit of a longer motive. This is a motive. Repeats it. And changes a little bit in the end, right? But still the same thing. And then again, he's starting sort of in the same way, but the chords change. Then he has to change the notes as well. He's playing. And what he's basically doing is keeping the notes that he can keep and changing the notes that he has to change, right? Because the E on the C minor wouldn't work so well, so he moves it to the E flat. And like this, so that's what I like the most. It's like he has a pattern that continues, even so the chords change. So basically the chords are not dictating what you're playing, but you have an idea and you try to move along with the idea no matter the chords below. And I think that's a way to play an organic solo, and a solo that makes sense to the listener, because what do they care how many chords you have to navigate? So he's changing the E to the E flat, and then the following notes are basically still the A minor triad, right? Just like a diminished triad, and then the G. So what you can take from that is he's playing like A minor 7 on the A minor chord, and then when the next chord comes, he plays an A half diminished arpeggio. Basically just changing one note. I want to demonstrate how that works. So I'm playing A minor 7. Now changing the E. .13 now, right? Oh. Another way to play it. So the A minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio acts as an upper structure chord or arpeggio here, right? Because we can think different stuff over chords that different from what is written on the page. And so if you have a look at the A minor half diminished and you play an inversion, you come up with a C minor 6 chord. Right? That the same notes. This is A half diminished with the A in the bass. That's A half diminished with a C in the bass. Still the same notes, but since the distance to the root is changing, something different is sounding out. So now the G on the C is a 5. The C is a root. The E flat is the minor third. And the A is not a 6 here, since we'll have a minor 7 chord. In our comping, I would rather say it's a 13, it's a color note, and this color note, just like I said in the beginning, is super important on the Dorian sound. So I really like stuff like this, and it's just like, using, arpeggios or chords in a different way, but this time it's an improvisation, right? And then I thought what I would do, for example, is just to continue working on this. I would do like an etude. I record the A minor, going to the C minor, but then, since that's a minor third, to the E flat minor, and then to the G flat minor. And then I would improvise using the A minor 7 arpeggio on the A minor, and the A half diminished on the C minor. Then I sort of start over using the E flat minor 7 arpeggio on the E flat minor, but then using the E flat half diminished on the G flat minor. So let's hear how that sounds. So this is just like a little trick, and like always it comes down that we know what we do, and you can always start with it. You can always take one note on your fretboard and give it its name and look for the intervallic structures, because that's where the freedom lies, and that's when you can start to do your own thing. See you around, bye! By the way, if you like the way I'm playing and you want to have a solo transcription of my playing, here are some etudes for you. You can download them, buy them, you'll get music notation and tabs, but also a wave or an audio track where you can listen how I played, and then you can play along. And I see you around. Bye.